welcome to my channel. Nice to have you here. My name is Rayna and I'm a cosplayer. And today I'm going to show you how to do makeup for my favorite character from my favorite show of all time. It's Nico Robin from One Piece. So, shall we begin? And I'm starting my makeup with the primer. I'm using a tone-up primer. It has green undertones and it's meant to cancel out the redness on my face. Next, I'm applying the medium coverage foundation. I could also use full coverage, but I don't see the point in doing it right now, because Robin doesn't have any facial marks or anything like that, and overall the makeup will be pretty basic, so medium coverage foundation is more than enough. Besides, it would be way more difficult to blend the full coverage foundation into the hairline of my lace front wig. Then I'm also using concealer under my eyes. And I'm blending it into my foundation with a beauty blender. Then for the last step of the makeup base, I'm using setting powder to set my under eyes. I'm taking just a bit of setting powder on a sponge and I'm working it into my skin very gently like this. So I'm kind of pressing this powder onto my skin, and it's very important to take just a bit of this setting powder, otherwise the skin might look old. And then I'm also applying it on the rest of my face with this big fluffy brush, and it will also help to get rid of all of this shine that came with my foundation, which I don't appreciate. Robin has black hair, so naturally I'm going to do black brows today. And first of all, I'm using black liner to draw the shape. And also her brows are quite thin, so I'll try not to overdo it. Next, I'm taking the clear brow gel and brushing my hairs up. And lastly, I'm using the black eyebrow shadow. Now it's my favorite part of makeup, the eye makeup. And first of all, I'm using concealer as the base for the eyeshadow. And I'm applying it on my crease only, so I'm not placing it on my lid just yet. And I'm also using this concealer to curve out the lower edge of my brow. And I'm also blending it into my foundation with my finger. So I waited a couple... I took the wrong color. Oh no, wait. I've waited a couple of minutes for the concealer to dry, and now I'm placing the light brown or beige eyeshadow below my brow and also extending it towards my nose and towards the outer corner of my eye, just like this. Next, I'm taking a darker brown eyeshadow, placing it below the beige eyeshadow and blending them together. And I'm also extending the color towards my nose. I'm not super happy with this gradient, it looks very harsh. I'm taking the beige eyeshadow again and trying to make the gradient a bit smoother. Okay, that's a bit better. Next, I'm taking even darker brown eyeshadow and trying to make a gradient. So I'm blending this dark brown eyeshadow with the medium brown and beige. And I'm also taking it up towards my brow. No, I'll add a bit more. Maybe added too much. Let's see. I think I quite like it now. And if you don't like your gradient, just take beige again or medium brown again and make it smoother. Now it's time for the cut crease. So I'm taking the concealer on a flat brush and, you guessed it, cutting the crease.
南の島はあったけパイナップルプル頭ポカポカアホバー
Once the concealer dries, I'm taking the white pearl eyeshadow and putting it in the inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm taking the light beige eyeshadow and putting it on top of the concealer, in the middle, and all the way to the outer corner of my eye, and also blending it with the light pearl eyeshadow. So that was it for the eyeshadow, and now I'm using the eyeliner. And I'm drawing a small wing. So I made it a bit bigger, like this. Now I'm trying to make them symmetrical. Then I'm also using the eyeliner under my lower lash line. So I'm leaving some space right here. Robin's eyes look different in different arcs, especially it's obvious before and after time skip. And if you are cosplaying pre-time skip Robin, I would recommend you to extend the inner corner of your eye right here and basically connect these two lines, which I didn't do. But if you are cosplaying post-time skip Robin, like I do today, I would recommend you to leave it like this and maybe even add the highlighter to the inner corner of your eye, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm taking the highlighter and putting it in the inner corner of my eye. I messed up my cut crease a bit because the brush that I used for the highlighter was way too big. So now I'm taking brown eyeshadow on this flat brush and I'm just trying to cover the highlighter a bit. And I will also use the white cream gel liner on my waterline. Sometimes I use it at the very end of my cosplay makeup because it tends to get erased due to natural reasons, being the water. But in my cosplay makeup tutorials I use it in the eye makeup part, just not to get anyone confused. And also I'm using the mascara. I'm always forgetting about the mascara. I don't know why. Post-time skip Robin has these few long eyelashes, so I'm going to use these falsies, which are my favorite ones, by the way. But if you are cosplaying pre-time skip Robin, I would use something more subtle, like these ones, or maybe these ones. I think they would be even better, because they're shorter in the inner corner and longer in the outer corner, unlike all of these lashes that basically have the same length in the inner and in the outer corner. So I'm picking up some lash glue with a toothpick and putting it on the lash. Now I'm waiting for it to dry a bit and sticking it to my eyelid. Super expressive! Now it's time for the contouring, and before doing the actual contouring, I have to apply the blush. Now it's time for the contouring, and first of all I'm contouring my chin. Next I'm taking a bit of contour shade and contouring my cheekbones. Trying not to mess them up, like I usually do. Okay, I think mission completed! This wig is a bit annoying. Before and after time skip, Robin has this very defined nose, so I'm going to do a lot of nose contouring, and I'm taking this small, quite small, fluffy brush, and I'm taking a bit of contour shade, placing it on my nose like this. It looks a bit harsh now, but I'm going to blend it and feather it a bit later. Right now I'm just tapping the contour shade onto my nose and I'm trying to make it look straight like Robin's nose. I'll blend the contour shade with the eyeshadow. Yeah, it looks super harsh right now. Hang on. So I'm taking this makeup sponge, taking the highlighter shade, and I'm tapping the highlighter shade like this, in order to repeat this super straight shape of Robin's nose. So I'm partially covering the contour shade that I put earlier, because I want to make my nose look more narrow. And now I'm also placing a bit of highlighter shade on the rest of my nose to make it less obvious that there is a highlighter shade. So now it still kind of looks harsh, so I'm going to gently blend them together, the highlighter shade and the contour shade, I mean. And I'm also placing some highlighter shade right on the bridge of my nose. And I'm blending it with the contour shade. Next, I'm also applying bronzer on my forehead and on my cheekbones. Next, I'm also applying the highlighter. Makeup base, check. Eye makeup, check. Contouring, check. Lips, we'll do them right now. So Robin is not wearing any lipsticks. Robin is not wearing any lipsticks, so I'm going to do nude lips. And then I'll use my nude lipstick, which is NYX Lingerie. Lips, check. So finally, the setting spray. I hope Wolfie won't mind. This makeup tutorial fits a lot better for post-skim time. So this tutorial is best for post-timeskip Robin, but you can also use it for pre-timeskip Robin, just take different lashes. And that's it. Also, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you found it helpful, if you enjoyed it. It will really help me out. Thank you in advance. Subscribe to my channel if you like cosplay and if you like One Piece, because I am planning to do a lot more of One Piece videos, because it's my favorite show of all time. And we're currently watching the Marineford arc with my sister. Last couple of days were tough for us. But I have to pull myself together and keep making videos. So I really hope to see you all in my next video, which I hope is gonna be next week. Have a nice day. Bye. 4 One Piece cosplays from AliExpress. Yeah. You see what's the problem here?
南の島はあったけパイナップルプル頭ポカポカアホばっか